Are you in mid-game and don't know how to reach endgame? Are you in mid-game and you don't want to play because you can't reach endgame? Do you look like this? If so, this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to get out of mid-game straight to endgame in just a few steps. If you're actually struggling to get into endgame in your mid-game, be sure to watch the entire video so you can actually find out how to get out of mid-game. That's the whole premise of the video. Let's actually get into the video. Okay, so before we start this, we actually have to find out what is classified as mid-game and what is classified as endgame. Personally, I think mid-game, right when you're mid-game, I think it's when you hit the A shop, like when you're actually in the A shop. I think that's when you're actually mid-game. When you're in the A shop and you're actually trying to buy those type of items, you're mid-game. Personally, that's just me, but I think that's mid-game. Endgame, I know this is like hard on, like, so people would like to say endgame is having one endgame collector and then having 50 Bs. I think it kinda isn't at the same time, because if you're already there, I think you just beat the game at that point. There's literally no end game because you already beat the game. So what anyways, I think end game is like when you hit 45 Bs and got everything out of the coconut shop. That's when I think you hit end game and you have SSA. That's when I think you hit end game, personally. So with that in mind, let's actually get into the tutorial guide. So once you do hit end game, which is getting to the A shop, your first step would be trying to get to 35 Bs, which is pretty difficult if you just hit A shop, but it shouldn't be too hard because all you gotta do is just get 35 Bs. But like if you're trying to go for the honey mask, which is the first purchase you should make, the honey mask, 100 million. If you have a hive slot that's like 75 mil or 50 mil, 20 mil, something around that, then you want to buy the hive slot before you actually buy the honey mask, because that would just make it way more better for you, because the hive slot is cheaper than the honey mask, which will give you extra bonuses because you'll get an extra bee. So you'll get even more honey, so you have enough just to get the honey mask. So that's really how that's gonna work. And once you do have 35 Bs in the honey mask, you want to grab the honeycomb belt and the cobalt guards before you actually leave the A shop. You want to get all three of them, because it'll give you a surprisingly great bonuses for your boost. You'll notice you getting more honey from your boost. You actually get those items. And the honeycomb belt is actually really good with the honey mask. It's a really good duo, but it's not the best belt, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, once you get all those items, should actually be like, I think when you're when you're mid game, you should have completed most of Onett's quests, which by the time you hit 35 Bs, you should complete all his quests, which gives you that star treat, which you can use on any bee. It doesn't really matter. I don't know what your hive is, but you want to get a gifted basic bee if you don't have one already, because that's one of the best bees in the game, or if not the best bee in the game. So yeah, also you want to finish science bears quests so you can get your Riley bee, your bucko bee, and your stick bug quest. You want to like start your Riley and buckos immediately, just like that, just like this guy. Looks exactly like a mid-game player. He did all the steps I did to rest. So yeah, once you do get 35 Bs, you'll be able to do Spear Bear's quest, which is her quest line. You do 10 of her quest lines, or 10 of her quests, she gives you a spear petal, which can get you your late mid-game collector. Your only late mid-game collector, because there's only one, which is the petal wand. Alright, so once you do get the petal wand, or once you do get the petal wand, you keep doing Spear Bear's quests, and by that time you should have level 10 Bs, so you should be able to actually kill the coconut crab. So yes, you should be able to kill the coconut crab, and once you have the coconut crab killed, you just keep killing him, and then you should be able to go in the coconut shop. But you can't get anything yet, because if you go over to, you use the red cannon, you go over to the gummy bee, you actually go inside the gummy bee area. The gummy mask could be the next purchase you actually get, because it's your first end game mask. So it should be the first mask you get, because it's great for mixed hive. You should be mixed if you're mid game. So yeah, first end game mask you actually obtain. So once you actually obtain the gummy mask, like I said, you should be able to kill the coconut crab. So you kill the coconut crab and you go inside the coconut area. Once you're in the coconut area, you can you'll see two items: the coconut clogs and the coconut canister. Coconut canister should be the first item you actually should be going for, because it's not the easiest one, but it's the best one out for your money. Like, it's the more worth it one. So yeah, get this. So this one is worth it to get. So this should be your first purchase in the coconut area, because it's honestly pretty easy. And if you want red extracts and blue extracts, the best way to do them is sprout parties, AFKing, macroing, in the certain fields. Riley bee and bucko bee, Riley bee and bucko bee quests, they give extracts, stuff like that. They're really easy to get. So, and also sprout parties, we be doing, sometimes we might do a sprout party in my Discord server, so you can go ahead and join that. Link in the description. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that should be too hard to get. You should have 150 red extract, 150 blue extract, and you should have the coconut canister by that time. By that time, you should have the coconut canister, and you should have 40 bees by that time once you have the coconut canister. And then you can start grinding for the coconut clogs. And while you're grinding the coconut clogs, just try to get as much hive slots as possible and level up your bees as much as possible. And then once that happens, you get the coconut clogs. You get a full level 14 hive, or highest enough level as you could possibly get, and you got almost 45 bees. Then you could start grinding while you're in between those sessions of getting the coconut area, like getting the coconut stuff. You should start grinding for the SSA, which is the Supreme Star Amulet, which only needs 40 gifted bee types. So this should be it should be easy but hard at the same time. So once you have 40 gifted bees, you can generate a Supreme Star Amulet, get your first passive, which the first passive you should probably get, which is Pop Star, because Pop Star is the best passive, solo passive in the game right now. Which blue is the best passive, like it's the best for blues. So your first hive color, if you're starting mid game, should be blue. Just saying. If you're starting end game, you should have your first hive color as blue, which is your first passive should be Pop Star. Let y'all know that. And if you do end up getting a double passive, nice. Great, that's actually wonderful. And once you get that, you have SSA, full coconut area, petal wand, maybe petal belt if you're lucky. Probably not. I know you probably won't have petal belt by that time. Full petal wand, full coconut shop, SSA, dummy mask, full ace shop, 45 bees. You're done. That's it. You're out of mid game. Now you're in end game. So yes, and if anyone's in the comments saying that is not mid game or is not end game, you're not mid game, you're not end game, you're not mid game, you're not end game, I don't get. Time for the X segment of the video. All right, this is the X segment of the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Also join my Discord server down below and link in the description. Also I also have a Twitch, so I stream almost every day, so you can follow it, please. Trying to hit 100 followers on there. No one likes to follow me. Please do so. Yeah, I just be talking too much, so I'm just gonna end the video here. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.